How y'all doing? I'm Dan. I know nothing about estate pipe restoration, but I'm fascinated by it. And over the next year, I plan on learning everything I can and documenting that journey here on YouTube. Today's going to be my first day, my first video post ever actually. I want to show you all my process for buying an estate pipe on eBay, or what my process is going to be for buying an estate pipe on eBay. A little background on me and why this interests me. Was at work, a month or so ago, and a coworker come up and asked me if I wanted to go grab a drink and a cigar with him after work. And I didn't care for cigars. I don't care for cigars. My dad had smoked most of his life and had some lung issues, so it's been a turnoff for me. But I mentioned to him that I like the smell of a pipe, and at some point in time I may give that a try. But I was going to pass on hanging out with him. That said, Christmas last week. Walked into work and I had a pipe sitting on my desk and some tobacco. So he came in and he gifted it to me. So came home that night, sat on the back porch and YouTubed every video I could on how to pack and light and smoke a pipe. It's addicting, not just the nicotine in it, because that's very little addiction to me, but the relaxation of the pipe, the process of the pipe. It's relaxing for me and gets me out of the hustle and bustle here of Houston and out of my head. I'm an engineer by trade. I like building things with my hands, wrenching on motorcycles, cars, dabbled in some woodworking back in the day. So I started watching YouTube videos on pipes, and people kept saying, there are these terms they keep throwing around, pad and tad. What is this? PAD stands for pipe acquisition disorder, and TAD is tobacco acquisition disorder. And let me tell you, it's a true thing. Ever since I've gotten this pipe and started smoking the pipe, I've been looking at pipes every day wanting to buy them, and they're expensive. So I thought, well, being handy as I am, let's see if I can actually go find some online that are maybe beat up or need some work, and see about restoring them. Watched a couple videos. It didn't seem that complicated. I'm sure it is, and I'm sure I'm going to mess up half these pipes I buy, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. I don't want to spend more than $15-20 per pipe. I'll probably buy 4 or 5 pipes a day online. I'll walk you through my process, what I'm going to do. But yeah, so let me jump into the video here. So here we are on eBay. There's a 30,000 plus results, so we're gonna have to narrow that down. Obviously, I'm not gonna look through all of them, but go through the buy now probably, and I'm probably gonna set a cap on my spending to, like, again, $15 to $40 per pipe. Try not to spend over $100 is my goal. Let's take a look at what we got. So buy now, yeah. And I just typed in estate pipes. Don't know if there's a better way to do that. If anybody has experience doing it, please let me know. Let me look through a couple here, and let's see what we can find. I haven't heard of most of these brands. I'm not familiar with them. Still new to this process. So I like the pictures on this one. I like the way the pipe looks. Not sure what that was here, if that's a hole or if that's just a scuff in the pipe, but probably $29 for the first one I'm doing is probably going to be too much for me, so let's keep on looking, see what else we can find on here. Probably ought to look for stuff that's here in the States. I'm in the U.S., so look for stuff that's mainly in the United States. That'll hopefully cut down on shipping and speed up the shipping time to me, but let's see what we can find. I'll sort this as well, maybe by lowest price first. There we go. And it looks like they've actually trimmed down some of the results for me here as well, so maybe that'll help me cruise through some of these. Basically, I'm just scrolling through, seeing if I can find something that looks beat up and in need of work right now. Brewster smoking pipes, hand curve. Let's see what we got here. I like the pictures in here. They're nice, clean pictures. I've started looking at some of these prior to this, and some of the pictures are cloudy. You can't see anything on them. This one looks not too bad, but I don't know. I'm going to keep looking and see what we can find. Also, I'm looking for estate pipes, and I'm not sure what the actual real term is for estate pipes. My speaking of it, or my thinking on it, is anything that's been purchased and sitting somewhere, not necessarily having to be smoked or smoked in, but if it's been, someone bought it 20 years ago and it's been sitting and got sold to me, that's considered used, and that's what I'm calling an estate pipe. And if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. Again, I'm new to this and I'm going to make some mistakes along the way, obviously. So any help y'all can feed me, I'd appreciate. I'm also just looking for briar wood, hence the name of the channel, BriarAndStem. But I don't know how to restore corn cobs. I'm not going to try to. Like I said, I've had some woodworking experience in the past, so that's probably what I'm going to stick with for right now. This is, I don't know why they got a stem cover on that, or soft bite I believe is what they call them, but there's probably some damage to the stem underneath that, so I'll probably pass on that one. Let's see what else we got. London Tower Import BRIAR. I know nothing about that company, or I've never heard of them. Doesn't look like a bad pipe. Let me add it to my watch list, and at the end we can go back and kind of filter through some of them, and I can filter through what I like and dislike about it. Some of these look not too beat up, so I don't know. I looked like a bullseye there for a minute. I don't know what that brand is of pipe maker, but looked like a bullseye to me, caught my eyes. I enjoy shooting, target shooting and whatnot, so that kind of caught my eye. Looks like it's got some heavy cake in the middle there. So the cake is the carbon buildup from smoking a pipe, and that's this right here, and that'll be have to be taken out and cleaned. For $9 and $5 in shipping, this one don't look too bad. I can probably make an offer on it too and see if I can get it cheaper. Again, not wanting to spend much because I'm probably going to mess half these pipes up when I start on them. So this one, for example, I'm not gonna buy a pipe with no stem. To me, that makes no sense for me. But again, like just buying the wood here, I'm sure they make stems, and I could probably buy one for it. But I'm not gonna. Part of this is restoring that stem too, along with the pipe. So I'm gonna try to find some that need the briar restored, and also some that are mainly might just need the stem being restored on that. Knickerbocker imported BRIAR. I wonder if that's made in New York for the Knickerbockers up there. But I wish I would have took a couple more pictures of this one. It's kind of blurry and can't really see. That's actually fairly clean, but I'll pass on that one as well. I do like the name of that pipe though. See, like on this one, that I can't fix that, and I'm not going to try to. I mean, you might be able to, but that's not worth my time, at least, to try to fix something like that. So I'm going to pass on something like that. I guess it says flawed in the top up here too in their description. So this one's got a little bit of damage to the stem back here. So you got your stem and then your briar. Looks like someone's kind of cleaned out that bowl already as well. So we'll pass on that one. I need something a little bit different. I'm sure at my price point right now, I'm not going to get any name brand Petersons or Dunhills or anything like that. But again, I'm just trying to find something on the cheap right now and either add it to the pipe collection that I'm going to have, or again, try to flip it for some profit. But it looks like there might be some carbon buildup in that one. Let's take a look. Kind of like the design on the pipe. Now, I don't know if, I'm sure hopefully that was done by the pipe manufacturer and it's not someone hand carving it to cover up defects, but I do like the sandblasted look or the textured look of pipes. This one don't look that bad as far as $8, and as long as there's no cracks, or seller looks like they sold quite a bit of stuff on this site. There's over 14,000 sales. And he's got a 99% rating, so see what he says down here. Not just used condition, so nothing much for description wise. And I'll probably come back and check some of these, and when I'm done, and narrow down the list, and we'll walk you through that as well. But also going to look at return policies. If stuff shows up and it's not what it's advertised, I want to be able to return it as well. So let's change this search up a little bit and see what else we can look for. I'm going to look for lots. Maybe I can get lucky and find some in a lot where there's more than just one that they're selling. There's multiple usually when you search for lots. And I'm kind of looking for some with some oxidation on the stem as well. Help me learn how to clean up the stem of a pipe. So the oxidation is what we're looking at here. Now this one, there's a crack down here if you can see, so I'm going to pass on this, but I want some that kind of have that, I want to say it's oxidized, but varnishy textured look down here that we can clean up. Let's pass on that one. Hopefully we'll find one here soon so we can place an order, but see where we go. I'm gonna cruise through here and I'll come back when I find something I like, and possibly towards the end, and walk you through my process a little more. $22 for 2 pipes. And if I can get them for 20 bucks, $10 a pipe, and potentially sell them for $20 each, I mean that's a little bit of a profit there. So I don't know if that's oxidation or if it looks almost like it was varnished and the varnish is coming off of it, but I could be completely wrong, and I probably am. That's it. If I can clean that up with some sandpaper, that's an easy fix. I mean, I don't see any major cracks. It don't look like there's much work, and this is one that I would probably do just to get that varnish look off there, that oxidation, I guess, not varnish. I really like the looks of these pipes here. That's a nice looking pipe, at least to me. I like the looks of that lighter brown, and of course it's got a cracked stem. I'll pass on that one. So there's only 3 pictures on this one, and that's another thing that I kind of want to look out for. I want a couple, 3 or 4 pictures of each would be nice, and kind of see the overall condition. I mean, these don't look bad from what I can tell, but I would probably ask the seller if he could send me some more pictures of the pipes themselves so I can actually look at all pipes and details. See, I kind of like the looks of this one, just the overall aesthetics of it I like. I can't tell if this is, I believe they call it a P-flute or a P-flap or something along those lines, where the smoke actually comes out the top and not the straight out the back. It's supposed to, I guess, alleviate some of the tongue bite, which is the hot air that actually burns your tongue when you're smoking a pipe. And I don't know if that's how this pipe is made or not. That's my only question on that. They don't have a picture of the stem going straight on, so I can't really tell, but I do like the looks of it, and has some carbon cake that needs to be cleaned up. It's unbranded, unmarked, so I don't know who makes it, but I think it would clean up nicely and look nice. So I might actually ask for some additional pictures on this one, or make an offer and just see if they can give me another shot of back over looking down on this so I can see what it looks like. Add that to the watch list. So I kind of jumped ahead. I'm going to walk through some of these with you and tell you why I picked what I did. Again, this one was the one that caught my eye, and this was that bullseye. It looked like a bullseye to me. It was just fascinating. A lot of carbon cake that I could clean up. Some stem work. No clue who pipe maker is, if they're any good, but for $9 plus $5 in shipping, I'll give it a try just to learn on. This is probably the most unknown for me. It's unmarked, and it's the most expensive of the batch that I'm buying at $30. But I like the grain of that wood. Again, I don't know if that hole is supposed to be there or not. If not, maybe I'll learn how to patch a hole. Who knows? But yeah, for 30 bucks, we'll give that one a try. I passed on a lot that had broken bowls. The stems were cracked. The damage that I didn't want to try to repair. There are a lot of pipes on eBay. A lot of pipes. Found this one. This one looked pretty neat, similar to the other one. Didn't have too much rework on it. Looks like, you know, maybe some dye and just some polishing, but it's a cool looking pipe to me, so I'll put it in the cart for $15, you know, and free shipping on it, so I'm happy about that. This one we looked at earlier, 2 pipes. They need the stems look oxidized to me. Little bit of what to me I would call like varnish off of a furniture or something. Looks like it's missing. I'm hoping I could just sand that down. But for, you know, $30 for 2 pipes, we'll see what we can do on it. There wasn't too much major damage that I don't think I can't sand out of these ones. And again, if you guys are seeing something I'm not, please let me know in the comments. I'm brand new to this again and just working my way through it. So all the knowledge you provide me, I appreciate. This one just had a lot of carbon cake in that bowl, so I think that'd be a good one to show how to clean up this area inside of here, get all that out. You know, it's not a straight stem, so I don't know how easy it's going to be to get a pipe cleaner through that entire thing, so I'll probably have to break it down. And I don't know what that looks like on the inside either, if the shank of it's solid metal going through, if there's a filter in there. Again, these are all things that are new to me. So, but I think that would polish up, clean up pretty good. I like the design on that bowl after I get that cake out of there. So that's where we're at. I'm going to put them in the cart and check out, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so as you can see, we placed the order. Had a little bit of an issue with the Venmo there for a minute. Had to use my phone to verify some stuff, but I'll have some, looks like some pipes arriving on the 12th, from the 7th to the 12th for a couple. Then 8th through the 15th, looks like that one that was on, the guy was on vacation, probably won't be here till the 20th. Most of them should be here next week. We'll make another video then. My game plan is to post videos on Mondays and Thursdays of my journey. I'm also going to be putting pictures and short clips on Instagram and TikTok at BriarAndStem. Just the handles for both of them. Just to wrap up, this was my first order on eBay, and this is my first time putting a video on YouTube or any social media for that fact. All that being said, if this piques your interest and looks like something that you might be interested in, please join along with me, hit the subscribe bell. Got questions, please post them in the comments, or if you have comments for me that can help me. Again, this is a learning experience. I'm going to make mistakes along the way. It'll be a journey we can make together if this is something you all are interested in. With that being said, we'll see you next time, and thank you for joining me.